Hey you guys, welcome back for week 4, day 2 of the yoga challenge with me, Erin Motz. Of the many poses that you guys request that I tackle for you this challenge, crow was one that kept popping up over and over again. So today we're going to flow a little bit, get the body warmed up to tackle crow pose, and I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to do it correctly and how to modify it if you're not quite there yet. So you may need a block, but it's not mandatory. So when you're ready, meet me at the top of your mat and we'll go ahead and get started. Today I want you to start on your backs, and before we go any further, you may or may not want to have a yoga block with you. I'll say it's definitely not mandatory, so if you don't have one, it's not going to make your practice any worse or anything. But if you've got one, go ahead and have it handy just in case you decide you want to use it. So beyond that, let's go ahead and lie back and roll all the way down so that the upper body is relaxed. You can keep the knees bent in, let them drop toward the center. Just let the hands rest on the tummy or on the sides. Let the eyes close if you haven't already. And we'll just start with a few breaths in and out through the nose. So no right or wrong here. Whenever you're ready, just let the eyes blink open. I want you to hug the knees so that they're right over the hips at 90 degrees. The arms can stay at the sides, or you can even let them just kind of chill behind the head. Whatever works is fine with me, whatever feels best. And we're just going to alternate extending the legs in and out. So keep one knee over the hip, extend the opposite, and then go ahead and switch. So one leg extends, and go ahead and switch. Just alternating, pulling one in, extending one out. I want you to make sure that you never let the lower back come off the floor. So if you find that you get space between the spine and the mat, just extend or don't go as low. Don't let the legs drop as low. That way it'll put less pressure on the back and the abs won't be as responsible for keeping everything in place. But obviously if you feel like that's not a problem, just keep the legs extending down as far as you can get without letting them touch the floor. So just waking up the core a little bit, because one of the things that is most important when we're coming into crow, or really most arm balances for that matter, is the core. That's what's going to stabilize your body when you're balancing, and that's what's going to help you stay there for a longer time. Take 2 more each way. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the knees in toward the chest. Just kind of shift your weight side to side a little bit. Left to right, massage the lower back. We're going to come into a happy baby, because with crow it'll definitely make the pose easier to do if the hips are relaxed and open. So reach for the in or outsides of the feet, whatever feels better. Bend the knees to 90 degrees. Hug the knees down towards the ribs and lengthen the tailbone toward the front of your mat. So the shoulders are relaxed, the head is down, the neck is soft. You're just letting the thighs drop down towards the mat and flexing the heels like you're kicking up toward the ceiling. You can kind of shift your weight side to side if that feels good. And take one more breath in. Exhale, let the feet come together. Let the knees come together. I want you to go ahead and rock up. Slide your hips back a little bit so the feet are out in front of you. You're going to roll over the ankles and step back to a downward facing dog. So get there however you like, no rush. Sit up and back, downward facing. Pedal out the feet a little bit, lengthen through the backs of the legs, lift the hips high, and keep the feet heavy. Press firmly into the hands so you're sitting the hips up and back. Take a couple more breaths. And then finding some stillness, look to the top of your mat. Go ahead and step the feet behind the hands. Find a forward fold. Soften the knees. Drop the head. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, pick the arms up overhead, press the hands together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, step the left leg really far back, drop the left knee down, and inhale, pick the arms up. Keep the hips sitting low so the hips are nice and heavy. On your next breath out, take both hands to the inside of the right foot. So I want you to walk the right foot forward, so more than you normally would. Sit the hips down. And then walk the heel out toward the diagonal. So turn the right toes to the right, scoot the heel forward. So now you have a nice wide stance. The hips feel really heavy. So if that's a way too much intensity, way too intense of a stretch, you can back it off a little bit and just keep the back knee pulled in closer or keep the right foot pulled in closer. Now, on the other hand, if you need a little bit more work, you can always come down to the forearms, but not mandatory again. Kind of keep an eye on the right knee. Make sure it doesn't hurt you at all. Keep the right foot planted on the mat for now. Take a couple more breaths. On your next breath in, tuck the back toes under, kind of slide the left knee in a little bit, wiggle the right leg back, step back to a plank, drop the knees for the first one, lower down halfway. Lay the chest flat, find cobra, lift the chest up, keep the elbows bent. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, roll up and back, downward facing dog. Move around or stay still. And then look forward. Step the left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee down. So inhale, pick the arms up. Sit the hips low. Exhale, let the hands come to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left toes to the diagonal. Walk the heel forward and out to the side just a little bit. Keep the wrist under the shoulders. Sit the hips down so they're nice and heavy. Reach the chest forward. So stay here, adjust if it's too much. If you need more, you can always drop down to the forearms. Try to keep the chest square to your mat. And take one more round of breath. And press into the hands. Go ahead and lift the chest. We're going to step the right knee in just a little bit. Step the left leg back and flow through. So lower down halfway. Cobra or upward facing. Lay it down. And move back. Downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat, something a little bit different. You're going to step the left foot to the outside of the left hand and the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So toes turn out at a diagonal. Drop the hips low. You're going to find a squat. So once you get there, you may end up walking the feet a little bit closer or a little bit further apart. Totally up to you. It's whatever works. So hips are heavy, toes turn out to the side, and make sure that the knees don't drop in. So especially ladies tend to be a lot more flexible like this than men are. So girls out there, if you feel like you can do this and you don't feel too bad about it, really important for the joints that you don't do that you're squeezing the hips back so that the knees track right over the toes. So make sure you're not doing it the other way. Bring the elbows to the inner thighs, lift through the crown of the head, keep the hips heavy. Come back to my spot here. Breathe. And take one more breath in. Exhale, let the hands come down. Lift the hips high, walk the feet so they're under the hips. Bend the knees a little bit, fold forward. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, fold back down, bend the knees a lot, have a seat. You're going to roll onto your backs. Something a little bit different before we come into it actually. So I think that like I said earlier actually, the core, the abdominal strength is really, really important for getting into this pose because it's what's going to hold you there. So one of the things I like to do is kind of flip it over and do it on the ground so you get a feel for what it'll feel like doing the actual thing when you're ready. So come on back with me. you're going to hug the knees in towards you. And when we see crow done on the floor, it looks like the palms are facing the mat, right? So the fingers are spread nice and wide. So like I said, we're going to do it together, but this time on our backs. So think crow pose, but flipped over. So think of pressing the sky away. Make sure the wrists are directly over the shoulders and fingers are spread wide. The knees are going to tuck in toward the chest. Now notice how far away the knees actually are from the arms, right? Now in crow pose, if you were to bring your hands closer to your knees, it's going to be real difficult for you to balance, right? Because that means your shoulders are over your fingertips and you don't really have a nice angle there. So keep that stacking of the joints, but squeeze the belly in, see if you can lift the hips off the mat and bring the knees toward the arms. So think of hugging the knees almost to the outside of the triceps. Pull the belly back, hold, hold. Take one more breath in and let them come back down. Let's do it again, shall we? So reset, make sure the wrists are over the shoulders, spread the fingers really wide, push the sky away. Knees come apart, feet are together, roll the hips up, bring the knees up toward the triceps, hold it, hold, and lower back down. And give the wrist a break, shift your weight side to side. So that's exactly what the pose looks like when it's flipped over. So if you can pull your abs in from here, you'll definitely be able to do it flipping the correct way or the correct way. But let's do it one more time. So one more practice run and then we'll do the full pose. So push the sky away, plug the shoulders back into their sockets, pull the belly in, feet together, knees apart, suck the belly back, squeeze the knees in, lift the hips up a little bit higher if you can, breathe. Take one more inhale, and exhale back down. Go ahead and tuck the knees into the chest, rock up. Slide the hips back, make sure you've got enough space in front of you. So I'm gonna do the full pose once just to kind of show you where we're going, and then I'll give you the option of doing it with a block and see if that helps make it more accessible to you. Keep in mind that it may or may not work out today. If it doesn't, you have plenty of times ahead of you to make it right, okay? So, crow pose. The wrists would be under the shoulders, and I like to start kind of standing up a little bit. So if you want to do it with me now, you can. If you want to watch, that's cool too. So spread the fingers wide. Remember what the pose looked like when we did it on our backs. Fingers wide. The wrists are under the shoulders. Lift the hips high. Pull the belly in. Walk the feet so that they're about half a foot behind the wrists. Bend the knees. So as you bend the knees, the elbows bend slightly. Press the knees into the triceps, look ahead of the fingers, lean into the fingertips, and start to squeeze one foot in, maybe add the other, take it back down. So I don't care how long you hold it. If you start by just picking one foot up and see how that feels, then eventually the other foot coming up will feel more natural. So we'll try it together. If you didn't already do that one with me, we'll try it together once more, just without a block. So fingers spread wide. Walk the feet in a little bit, and again, I mean, this isn't 100% the only right way to do it. So if moving the feet further back from the wrists feels better, I want you to try it out, maybe closer, don't be afraid to play here. Hips high, walk the toes in, bend the knees, lift the heels, lean into the fingertips, squeeze the belly in, pick one foot up, and add the other. You can step down when you're ready. Try it a million more times if you want to. You can keep going with that if you don't have a block. Again, just use one foot at a time, lift one foot at a time to kind of get your balance, find your bearings. If you would like to try with a block, basically one of the more challenging things with crow is getting your hips high enough to where you can get the knees onto the arms and create that little shelf for yourself. So if you feel like the knees are too far from the legs, the block is going to bring the floor higher in a sense so that you have better access to the arms. So we'll take the block down. You're going to stand on the block this time. So the hands are the same placement. The feet are more or less the same placement, but they're going to be higher. So fingers spread wide. Lean into the fingertips. Bring the knees high up on the arms. Bend the elbows slightly. Lean forward. Pull one foot up, maybe the other. Step back down. And again, same rules apply there. So again, do this a lot. It takes time, it takes patience. Don't worry about it if you don't get it today. It's coming. We'll take one more vinyasa and then we'll slow it down a little bit. So go ahead and meet me in a downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Inhale, take your weight forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale back, downward facing. Breathe in, shift forward. Come to child's pose, feet together, knees wide. Sit the hips back, walk the hands forward. Walk the hands in, lift the chest. Take a seat at the front of your mat. Sit comfortably with the legs crossed. Let the eyes close and drop the shoulders. Just take a moment here to settle down. As usual, stay as long as you like. When you're ready, take a big breath in. Pick the arms up. Exhale the hands right down to the heart center. Let the eyes blink open. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed that one. For more yoga and other cool stuff, be sure to check out erinmots.com, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.